Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, bitch, we got views.
It's I got some shit to say to podcast, man. Special fucking episode. Chad Orange TV in the building. Ooh. And most of the world by now knows this fucking guy. Long hair Larry.
Look at that.
Okay.
Like, what's them buffaloes? You know the buffaloes that have the horns that go that way, that come out on the side and then go up?
Christ.
I feel like, what is it, a water buffalo? I feel like a water buffalo. I probably weigh as much as one, too.
Fucking Jelly Roll 615 is in the fucking
Totem.
building. It's about damn time.
Hell yeah, dude.
We sit on the sidelines and constantly root this guy on our whole lives.
Dude, thank you, man.
And to have you pull up, man, is a blessing, man.
I want the record to reflect, though, that Squints called me Sunday. I think probably just to shoot the shit. But how I answered the phone, because we shoot the shit a lot, it was like, is this my formal invitation to the podcast?
No, his exact words
This was literally fucking 2 days ago.
He says, Squints, this better be my formal invite for the podcast, or I'm hanging up on
actually
you.
been invited.
Or I'm hanging up.
Dude, I had to go take a test today at the hospital.
Like a vid test? Vid test?
No. I had to take one of those, too, for fucking one of these shows. It's just so whack. But I just realized I still have my hospital thing on.
That's cool, man. Rock it.
Good look.
No, it's definitely not.
No, but it's all good. We're going to keep it in there.
So, over the past, dude, I don't know. I guess since Save Me dropped, your life has been, I guess we'd say, changed.
Oh, dude, it's like a surreal experience. Yo, this is going to bother me the whole time. You got a
scissors?
Sharp?
Absolutely.
Yep. I figure you probably cut enough blunt tips off.
I was going to say,
I did away with the blunts, man. I'm on a rap team now, I guess.
You, man. Once you get all the way to the paper plane gang,
it's not happening.
Yes, it will. You didn't think raps would happen,
bro. You're right. And you know what got me away from the rap? Well, it got me away from shells.
Yeah,
is the blunt guts. Just the guts.
Yeah.
But I still like the rap because it's as long as a blunt is, as long as a cigarillo is, and it lasts longer, and I don't have to light the fucking thing 20 times.
You're not rolling the joint the right way, though.
Fuck that. The other night,
you're not rolling the joint.
So
how aggressive? I'm trying to have a good
conversation.
conversation.
He did the same thing to Calico from Buzzer Gang.
For the record, the other night, we tried to schedule this once before, and the floor fell out, and Jelly couldn't make it. But I rolled a couple for you.
Yeah.
Right? I had a couple cones on deck for you.
Are they gone? Did you smoke them?
No, I kept them on deck for you. Of course I smoked them.
He complained about it the whole time, but he smoked them.
There it is. Sure. I smoked them the episode, and I gave the sound of the every time I had to relight it. That's the sound I played.
Listen, how awesome is that the weed goes out and preserves itself for you?
It doesn't, because I never wanted to stop smoking it, dude.
It wasn't that you stopped smoking it. You just turned it into a microphone for a second, and the weed gods was like, this weed's too good just to burn for no reason. We should save it for his precious lungs that need it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You should thank that joint for going out, not be appalled by it.
That's the same thing Calico said in the same defense that you had.
I love you, Calico.
Yeah, shout out Cali, man.
Fucking guy.
Yeah,
man,
he shouted you out too, man. That's his exact argument.
Boy.
It knows when it's ready to go out, and it just saves it for you.
Yeah, that was his argument for real.
Well, you can set that blunt down on this table, and that weed will ruin itself if you forget it's there.
I guess, man. I like blunts. I'm going to keep smoking blunts.
I'm going to roll you a joint. I'm going to hand roll you one. Not even pack, I'm going to hand roll you a doober one day.
Well, goddamn, this day and age, I'll frame it and fucking put it on the wall. Might as well autograph it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then I'll roll you two. So we'll smoke one.
All right.
At the same time you light a wrap.
Yeah.
Then we'll see if it makes it around the room as many times.
So, yeah, like I said, how long has it been? When did Save Me drop, boss?
Almost a year, right at a year ago.
Okay, so let's say, was that the switch? That's when the game changed, right?
I say it all the time, but it's like, am I allowed to, should I take this label off?
Dude, you can do whatever you want. We don't live that life yet.
When y'all are ready, I hope, coming soon, baby.
Coming fucking soon.
Oh, we're ready.
Yeah, when we start getting in trouble for that, that's when we're winning.
Yeah, no, fuck yeah. That's what I tell people all the time. Somebody sue me, it'd be a good look for me.
Right.
I think my whole career has been every rung in the ladder mattered.
Absolutely.
You know?
Right.
I think Save Me was like a little quick burst through the ladder.
Yeah.
Where it's been rung by rung. And like it was my first time that I like hit like a few rungs real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where normally it's like, ugh.
Yep.
And this
that makes
like
sense.
all of a sudden I had a little boop, boop, boop. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but it's like for me, it was still, you know, it boils down to just being rungs in the ladder, man. It was just, you know, the way the song was received, it was deeper than just the song. It opened up an entire new way of me releasing music and me being able to really do whatever artists say, I do whatever I want to do, and they're full of shit.
Yeah.
They do whatever they can do. And it's like, it blessed me to be able to like genuinely do whatever I feel is right.
Yeah,
musically.
I, from the outside looking in and knowing you personally, I would say that was when you finally got comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't see that comfort really just soar like after Save Me. Save Me put you in a whole different comfort level.
Dude, Brent Smith from Shinedown. Did y'all see the video where I sung Simple Man on Shinedown?
It was so awesome.
Most of the internet did.
It's almost at 1 billion views. It blew my mind. And I was like, Brent Smith said something to me that night that I wish I'd have recorded. But he said, I heard Save Me. They brought it on the bus and played it for me. This is fucking Brent Smith from Shinedown, who I think is top 5 vocalist in rock history, right?
Okay. Right.
Brent Smith walks up and goes, I think it was one of the best vocal performances I've heard in the last decade.
Wow.
Right.
He was like raw vocal performance.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
And I was like, I'm here. Like when Brent Smith saying it, like when Luke Combs reached out and was like, yo, this shit is dope. Like guys that I know, Chris Young, guys that are just incredible singers. Lee Bryce.
Yep.
Dude, let's nerd out about this for a second.
Go ahead.
We were talking about this earlier. Me and Matt Wallace.
Yeah.
It's like Lee Bryce. Okay, I seen Randy Houser last night. That's how it started. And Lee Bryce and Randy Houser and Chris Young are kind of like the same to me. But 2 of them are really good friends of mine. One of them I met briefly, Randy.
Right.
But you never see them on social media much. They're not big on TikTok. They're not doing vlogs. Their YouTube channel's a desolate desert unless they're dropping a music video.
Yeah.
So you kind of have this moment with these guys where you're like, you forget why they're so big.
Yeah.
And then you see them live or hear them sing, and you go, "Oh, I remember now. You're fucking incredible. You are fucking mind blowing. You are It's like the voice of God comes out of you."
Yep.
It's like I had that moment with Randy Houser last night where I was like, "What a singing motherfucker!" I totally forgot how the cowboy, like a cowboy. It sounds live the way it sounds on the record, and on the record he sounded like he was fixing to break the microphone.
Yeah.
It sounded like he was going to shatter the vocal glass in the booth.
Was that one of your favorite? And when Jelly talks about last night, let's just talk about how over the last year, the guy, a month ago, we watched him sell out the Ryman Auditorium here in Nashville, which is huge. Yep. And then what he's referencing to last night, the guy actually shut down fucking Broadway for the Tootsie's 60th anniversary party. And Tootsie's, for y'all that don't know, if you live in Nashville,
Sounds
Tennessee.
so big when you say it. I'm going to have Squinch narrate.
Bro, that's exactly what it fucking is, dude. You shut down the fucking city. Like, I've watched this kid perform in front of 50 fucking people. To watch him perform in front of the whole fucking town.
It looked like the crowd at the NFL draft.
It really did. It really did.
It was. I saw his picture. I was like, "That's the NFL draft." I was like, "No, it's Jelly Show."
And we've caught enough shows of Jelly to where we know to stay away from the free shit, like because we that's just us speaking. Like, you won't catch us at a free Jelly Roll event just because luckily the ones that people pay through the roof for we have extended access to. But at the same time, I know that's exactly what it is. But I know that anybody that associates with you from that aspect was not there last night.
Yeah.
And that goes to show you
I wish
how
I would have.
many.
He said I could have vlogged the whole thing.
I was like, why did Chad? I was like, Chad Arms, listen. Chad Arms TV is the absolute best channel to promote our culture and lifestyle. But he is the absolute worst at showing up to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just so worried about overstepping.
This dude came to the Ryman Auditorium, and I didn't know he was there until I was walking through the crowd. And I look over, and I'm like, that's fucking Chatty Bobby. Why have you not been backstage capturing this all night?
Because they said it was limited.
I didn't know.
They said it was limited, so I didn't know I could come back there.
Chad's like, it gets even worse, Squints. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
He was at our studio when everybody in our studio was on the way down to the show.
So
they were getting in the car, and Chad was like, where y'all going? We're like, going to the Jelly Show. And Chad was like, have a good night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was in where he lives in the middle of nowhere and was like, I don't know about make the hour driver. It'll be worth it. I mean, he could have hit a golf ball to where if we were fucking performing at.
Correct. I seen his social media, and I seen they were at the office, and then I hit his line. I was like, what's up, bud? What you got going? He's like, oh, shit, we were up here, whoop-de-whoop, Leroy, chill, blah, blah, blah.
I just don't I know that I always have, he'll let me do whatever. I just always feel like I don't want to just assume it and then show up and then him be like, well, you can't. I don't know. I just don't have everyone over.
You got to remember that, one, I'm high, and two, it's a show night. Right. So I'm not always going to remember to be like, yo, Chatty, pull up.
No,
like,
for sure. Yeah.
Pull up. You know that. It's like,
yeah.
I was talking to the dude from American Songwriter, and he was like, give me the day of the life of your house. I was like, I don't have a lot of people. I have a lot of family, and I have a few friends I consider family, and I have a no-call policy. Come on. Just show up to anywhere I'm at.
Right.
By the way. Like, you know, if you text me and go, where are you? I assume you're coming. So, I'm, you know, last night I'm sitting in the Palm right next to where the stage was.
Yeah.
And everybody texts me, where you at? I'm at the Palm. And there'll be like 35 people in there. And they're buying dinner for like half the restaurant or something. Yeah. But I was like, what? This is where I'm like, just come on. You know what's up. Like, you know, like it wasn't like a finishing dinner, be there in a minute. It's like, I'm at the Palm, motherfucker, pull up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, always, never ask, just show. Okay. Nobody in the crew is ever going to be like, no, Chad,
write that down so you don't
second guess it later.
It's fucking on the internet.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? This is public. Like, come on, dog. I got you, Bubba.
I appreciate that, dog. You've been such a big help for Chat Arms TV, getting it started and getting it back going and keeping it going, and we will always be thankful for you for that.
Absolutely,
that, dude. You've been a big help for us, brother. We need an outlet like this podcast and your channel. Yeah. To tell the stories of the culture that has been created that we've all watched blossom into something worth sharing.
Agreed.
Right. Yeah.
Like, full disclosure, we were sharing this culture when it wasn't worth sharing.
Absolutely.
For sure.
It's like really got some cool shit going on now.
Yeah.
It's like,
I agree.
Like null and void of me. Like, this thing is huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And nobody's covering this culture the way y'all are. Like, we needed y'all feel that we needed an outlet like this for guys like us.
Yeah. We're working for sure. I think that you summed up perfect.
Thank y'all
though.
for that.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I owe Chad just as much obliged to that too, man, because without, the podcast, I dribble the ball on the podcast, but without Chad Arms TV, the podcast ain't shit. Right. And luckily, me and Chad have an established relationship and have for almost 20 that we have that. So it was basically a spinoff in its own entity, but
it made sense.
It's working with a 2-lane street now rather than one, but at the same time, it promotes and it gives everybody that opportunity to sort of speak their shit. But at the same time, only the real are invited to this table.
It's like a silo, right?
Yeah.
Build one silo.
Yeah.
And put all of the resources in the one silo, and then when that silo fills up, then you can divide the resources into separate silos to start to fill them up. Yeah. So like, I would dump everything on the Chat Arms TV right now, and then this is awesome. We're literally talking about how the sausage is made in front of everybody. This is like inside baseball. Yeah. But I would like literally fill the Chat Arms TV silo up, and then when it's absolutely bursting, I would be like, okay, now we're going to do a Shit to Say podcast channel.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we're going to do this other channel that's just for like up and coming guys.
For sure.
Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. So it's like,
for sure.
Yeah, to me, it's like put everything you have into one thing and then let it divide.
Totally agree. And we originally had a separate channel for the podcast. And then we, basically off what you just advised, we had that same envision at the same time. And we were like, you know what, let's dumb it down for now. And funnel it all to one spot, and then when the fire grows, then we'll disperse.
Well, when Chat Arms TV started, Squints was right there. You know what I mean? So it only makes sense that we put it on the Chat Arms TV channel because he's been a part of it since he was with me before that, 2006. So like,
No, I've been around for the whole kit and caboodle.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah, y'all are doing the right thing though, man. I love y'all for it. I'm excited. That's why I'm glad I finally got formally invited to come.
Let's just make a point to this too. Jelly pulled up here and did this episode the night after the show where you shut down all of downtown Nashville, and then he's got 4 shows back to back to back to back right after this, and he still pulled up.
Yeah.
So
I love y'all, man. I told y'all. Hey, I
bro.
missed Sunday. I had a big plan. I wanted Don to be here so bad.
Yeah.
I thought me, you, Squints, and Don would be the fucking best podcast on earth.
Well, you can always pull back
and
up,
he was here. Yeah, we'll come back next week. I'll come back and talk about the shows and the tour.
Yeah.
But it's it was awesome, dude. But once again, I say shit I shouldn't. I just felt like shit Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the first day since the pandemic started that I felt like I might have had the shit.
Uh-oh.
You Yeah.
But you wouldn't.
I didn't tell nobody but Squints. I was like, and my wife, I was like, yo, I don't feel good. Like, I got a fever. I'm sleeping. I feel stuffy. I'm heavy chested. Like, everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I don't feel good tomorrow, I'm going to go get a test. And then luckily, I woke up Monday and fucking felt pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually felt better that night. I think I even texted Squints late that night. I was like, yo, I fucking got some real rest and feel okay. I think my body just was like in dire need of a day of rest.
Yeah, dude,
Well,
you're going 100 miles an hour,
yeah,
dog.
I was gonna say,
you're
you're
out of town.
Because we did 4 shows that week, 4 shows the week before, going into a 5-show week.
Yeah, bro.
So I was like, I think my body was just like, hey, big fella, you are
really-
way too big to be drinking this much. And
I really like though how you're going and how you're coming home every other week.
I love it too, man, because I feel like I get to be a part of my family again.
I think that's just
It's like-
important for you. Period.
And you know what it is, though? It's so weird, though, Squints, because it's like I'm really I can't wait to do it the other way again and A and B them right beside each other.
Yeah, you saw my dad on the bus when I was with you that time.
Because, you know, there's something special that happens when you go out for 6 weeks and just do 40 shows, right? There's something kind of magical that happens when you're gone for 7 weeks and you do literally 39 shows. And you're just like, you know what? For 7 weeks, it's like, I'm just going to get the fuck after it. And I'm going to come home and not do nothing for 3 months but record and write. So I remember how cool that was, but it's also something special about going out, hitting a run. This has been a little rougher because we've been doing 4 and 5 a week.
Yeah.
But like when I was doing like Friday and Saturday, dude, I was literally only not sleeping in my bed one night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally, because I would stay up when we left whatever the second city was until the bus got home, you know? So it's like, I don't know, but I want to A and B it against this West Coast run. We're going to the West Coast in March of next year, and it's going to be like a 4-week tour, like starting in like Boise or something, and just working all the way around to Arizona, New Mexico.
Is the city list out yet?
No, this is Inside Baseball again. This is like we're like clearing holes right now.
Wow.
Well, I know when I.
But I mean, it's going to be big. It's going to be Seattle, Portland, L.A.
I could only imagine.
Sacramento,
You can go
San
anywhere you fucking
Francisco,
want nowadays,
San
bro.
Diego. I mean, we're going to do all that shit.
It's crazy as fuck.
I want to talk about this album that you just dropped, Bubba.
Dude, you were there. I figured you wouldn't. I figured you were already over that. You were so a part of the process.
Oh man, I would. We got to see a lot of it, but Ballads of the Broken, man.
Can we talk about how drunk we all got in there one night?
It's my
Can we have
birthday.
that talk? It was
my
your birthday.
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Squint showed up on his birthday, and we got smashed.
Smashed.
I mean,
Dude,
smashed.
I just remember I was laying in bed at 1:45, and Squints calls me and said, "Hey, Jelly said he wants us to pull up to the studio." And I was like, "Let me call you back." 5 minutes later, I said, "Me and my lady are on the way." And I live 45 minutes from there, but we met you at like midnight.
Yeah.
And bro, it was
We
awesome.
drank till about 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Right.
fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
This album, this is the first time. First of all, I have not done a podcast talking about the album at all.
Fuck yeah.
So I haven't even got to do my wife's podcast talk about the album yet.
Shout out
I'm
to
doing
Bunny.
it this week too.
Shout out to Bunny.
Yeah. Shout out to Dumb Blonde podcast. This album was by far and large the most time I ever spent on an album. Meaning, like I started cutting songs for it last year. There were songs that was cut during the Save Me era that were supposed to be on this album that didn't make it.
Yeah.
But then I have never, and man, I don't know if I'm embarrassed or excited to say this, been as fucked up as I was during the recording of this project. Me and D-Ray are famously drink when we record, but dude, we just partied. I mean, I don't think I'm ever allowed back at that studio.
Shout out D-Ray.
Right? I won't even name the studio because I hope they'll let me back. But I know that as much business I've done with them, they were not happy with how we were when we were there because we were like, you know, it was like, we need you out of here by like 2, and we stumbled out like 6:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like we were like I literally just treated it like. It's like the shit you see rock and roll documentaries about. That was that album. You know what I'm saying?
Look, they say that's going over the course of a year, like you just said. But that the one night we were involved on my birthday, at least I was involved on my birthday, bro. That was rock star shit.
I was there 4 nights. And 3 of those 4 nights was just like your birthday.
But right through the fucking door.
We celebrated without you.
Yeah.
The last time I
ain't
went
mad
there
at you.
it was chill because it was basically just me, him, and Stoner and Bayless.
But what it was, I think we were all tired.
Yeah, it was. It was like right before 4th of July.
Life had been
something.
beat down. It was July 3rd, and we were like, dude, I didn't want to come.
Yeah.
I was so beat up. You know
When
what I
did you finish it completely?
right around that era.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say because
right
I think
around that
most
time.
of it was done around the
Well,
time.
Because that
We
was when
turned and burned it.
we played that you wasn't even playing song. You was playing stuff you and Stoner were working on back then. So, but yeah, it was
I was playing the next album by then.
Yeah, it was,
That'll be the album that'll come out later this year or next year.
man. But like, yeah, that album it's because it's somebody
I
that's
love
been
it, man.
around. I do too. It's my favorite one he's done, bro.
Yeah, it's still in heavy rotation amongst my playlist right now.
It is. You know what I love about this album?
Go.
It's the first album I've ever had, Squints, that I'm watching it grow legs. Like, normally you put an album out and people pick a favorite song or two and you watch the album kind of fall back and then you hope the two songs that they picked continue to live and then they live a little bit and most of the time they fall back too.
Yep.
Every week the streaming numbers for this album are getting bigger. Every week different songs are entering the top 2 songs of the album besides this Son of a Sinner, which is like a clear cut the first song, you know. But like last week it was Dead Man Walking and this week Over You has passed it.
My
far as streaming.
my two favorites is the acoustic of Son of a Sinner and Even Angels Cry. My two favorite ones.
Yeah. Even Angels Cry went off on YouTube, which is awesome because I got a video in the can for it where Pastor Chatty Bobby is being a pastor.
Well,
Yeah, I've been hearing about
what
this
was
for a
so dope
while.
about that when I did the video? The song wasn't even close to done. I think he just had a hook or something. Is all
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
And then, but that record, I just love that vibe. That may be my favorite version of Jelly Roll because that reminds me. That song vibe reminds me of last album with Promise.
Yep.
And that I don't know. I mean, I love all the stuff that you're doing, but something about that style, bro, just that dark. I don't know. It's just got a whole aura to it. I like it, but it's completely different. The record. The record that you just did, you got country records, you got straight. I mean, you got a little bit of
Dude,
everything on there.
I just want to make music, man. I don't want to think about genres.
You're
no
making
more.
No, you
good.
don't. You're
You're
not.
making good fucking music, Bubba. Because I tell you, for you to have as aspirations as long as you have to get more vocal on records, and now that you've found that comfortability,
I'm just like, to me.
but the genre crossover, boss, that was that's different shit, bro. Like when you literally just risk it all, and because that's what that is. I mean, you may not look at it like that because of that comfort level, but when an artist takes what they've achieved up to this certain point, and you have been like this the last 5 years of your life, just stock steadily rising, and for you to take a risk like that at the top of that fucking, when you're at the top of your game, bro, and not miss. You didn't miss.
You haven't missed.
It could have blown up in my face.
It could have.
1,000%.
This album, I was worried because I was like, "Save Me" was like such a therapeutic, cathartic record that I was like, I know. Let's be clear about this and listen. I genuinely, and I'm glad to do this with two dudes that have known me so long because y'all know this more.
Yeah.
I've said this to people, but I'm glad to be in a room with two people like, no, we know that's true.
Yeah.
I genuinely make music because I love making music.
For sure.
I genuinely make music because music has had such an impact on my life that I always dreamed I could make music that would have an impact on people's lives. I never did this with monetary value in mind, right? Like I never thought of.
It wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
I would have quit 10 years ago, y'all. Y'all
you
know
was,
this.
You was going this hard when there was no money.
This literally for
Yeah.
10, 12, 13 years, I went literally as the same dude I'm sitting here now was the same dude. Now I'm pulling up to do podcasts with the homies. These same two dudes in this room I pulled up to do songs with on a random Tuesday afternoon.
Yep.
Just on a like, oh, that's where the studio's at today. Let's go make music. You know what I mean?
Jelly drove all the way to Greenbrier back when Jelly didn't really know how he was going to get there, and he would come do features for me and never. We just did. I mean, that was 2006, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you was living. I mean, that was.
I was living on faith. There was times I
Yeah,
would
for
leave
sure.
your house in Greenbrier from the studio and not be sure if the $10 I had in my pocket was going to be enough gas to get back to my side of town.
Yeah, for sure.
Like legit.
So I definitely understand what you're saying with that because, like I said, we was there for. That's why I'm so proud and so glad for you, bro. Because you've always, of everybody that we've ever came in contact with, you've always had that same work ethic, bro.
Right.
Always. You didn't care where the studio was at. You didn't care who was. You just wanted to make music. You'd be in there. People would have to be like, "Come on, man, come on!" Like he was like, "No, I'm staying." I mean, you just wanted to stay with the music at.
Yeah.
You know.
I just wanted to make music. I'm still like that to this day. I just want to come talk. I want to come talk about music.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't hesitate. I was like, yeah, let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And spent the first half of it not even talking about my music. I was like, ooh, y'all want to nerd out about something? Let's talk about how great Randy Houser is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot until last night how fucking great he was. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This dude is amazing.
Yeah.
Chase Rice had a hell of a show, too, by the way.
I bet, dude. Dude's a monster.
Yeah, that dude had a great show.
What was your favorite part of the performance last night?
Yeah.
Out of all the artists, who was on the card?
It was Colt Ford, a guy named Mitchell Rossell, who he wrote that Ask Her How I Know. Ask Me How I Know, Garth Brooks' last #1 he had a few years ago.
Wow. Okay. He's doing good then.
He's a really, really talented kid. Montgomery Gentry was there, and I thought that was cool. I hadn't seen Montgomery Gentry in forever.
Right.
Or even thought about him, frankly. John Party, who's always incredible.
You've been tight with him for a while.
Yeah. Chase Rice, who I got to meet at a charity golf event recently. He's a sweetheart. And Randy Houser, who's just a legend. So, I mean, it was a crazy night.
Dope, man.
I can't.
Colt Ford.
Yeah, you said that first.
Yeah.
I can't.
Okay,
I can't even.
Fucking high.
It's all good.
you good, bro.
Not as high as me.
Prince is like, me too.
One of the face over here, bro. You know what I mean? Going. If I like sit and try to like come up with a list of people that I want to ask about, like on a personal level, like we're just playing Squints and Jelly talk right now, and Chad's in the room. Bro, I could go on and on about the anger issues I've faced seeing you with some of the fucking people I've seen you with.
Squints is a hater, low.
I hate, bro. I
hates on
like it
Lex every
started
time
with
he comes in
Schultz.
here with the jewelry.
It started with Schultz. When I saw this motherfucker with Andrew Schultz, I was like, this motherfucker.
I don't hate. I just get excited. That's how I felt with
that's
Theo
what that's
and
what
Brendan
you know
Schaub.
what it
it's
is,
like
bro. That's
friendly
exactly
hate.
what
It's like, I
that's
fucking
exactly
hate
what it is, man. But he
Oh,
know
no, I feel the same way with other people. I know that feeling.
right. But
Bruh.
like I said, I texted you last week when I heard Charlamagne mention you, bro.
Oh, dude, I cut the clip. I texted Andrew and was like, yo, Scholes, like, first of all, shout out to Andrew Scholes.
Right? He's swinging. He's swinging for you, Bubba.
Dog, that dude is like, the saddest part of the music business for me is I have lifelong friends who don't show me or give me the same flowers that Andrew Scholes does that
Ain't
I
that
met,
crazy, man?
you know, fucking last year,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He's just all, and let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Andrew Scholes that's important for me to note. First of all, shout out to Mark, shout out to Akash, shout out to Andrew,
Funny as shit.
shout out to Alex Media, right?
My favorite podcast in the world,
For
right
sure.
now. Flagrant
Alex
2.
Media, shout out. Listen, I have people tell me all the time, Jelly, I'm inspired, man. I've never seen nobody work as hard as you. I thought I worked hard until I met Andrew Scholes.
Yeah, them boys work.
Yeah.
I don't work at all.
Yeah, that team goes hard.
I'm kind of lazy, frankly. And I thought I was the hardest worker in the room.
For sure.
And I am. Until I got into a room with Andrew Scholes.
Yep.
And I was like, these dudes are fucking animals, right? But they love what they do.
Yeah, they go
They're
hard
just
at it.
like five homies kicking it and having
Yep.
fun.
Creating
They're
content.
Dude. They're always thinking Dove. Shout out to Dove. That whole fucking
Man,
team.
that's so funny.
Is fucking, and they take like, occasionally they have a set day of the week that they take off. And even then it's okay if it's not off.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a big thing, like you know everybody gonna hang out with their families and old ladies. But if something really cool pops up, we don't care. Cause like when I was, when we came down there to shoot the video, he was like, yo, we normally take Wednesdays off, but we'll shoot. He was
Right.
like, we try to take Wednesdays off, but we're all for the greater good.
Yeah.
That was
'Cause
Miami.
They travel on the weekends. They come home. They do the podcast the first 2 days of the week.
Yeah.
Then it's like, dude, they're just constantly in
number
write
one
and figure it out mode.
Patreon in the world.
Bro, and what's crazy is me and Jelly were sitting in that barn that they were about to set on fire when The Rock tweeted or posted y'all on Instagram, and right after that happened,
The
Scholes
Rock.
FaceTime, or you FaceTime Scholes, and he picked up on the second ring.
Second ring, dude. That dude is like my dude. I
So
texted
dope.
him one day. I thought I was going to New York a couple weeks ago to do something for Spotify, and somebody in the Spotify office got sick, or there was some kind of regulation. You know how shit is right now.
Right.
I text Scholes on short notice like, yo, I might be in New York tomorrow. He's like, podcasting dinner, motherfucker. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sort of notice. Like, I mean, I literally texted him Monday night and was like, yo, I'm probably going to be in New York in the morning. And he was like, podcasting dinner on me. And I'm like, you motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That
can't
dude
wait
is,
to
he
get
is
on there.
like, I'm so glad we got to talk about Andrew Scholes.
Yeah.
Because I want to give him his
dude.
flowers.
I'll
That
give
dude-
him. I'm a huge fucking fan, boss. Like me and Amy went and caught him at Zany's last time he was here.
Oh, dude.
And
Insane.
okay.
Next time, let me know, though. We'll go. I'll
So
plug in.
okay,
That's
so
all.
there's that one.
Another one though, before you get to that,
Go.
Another one that I feel I don't know personally, but I know you're friends with him, and he seems to have that same work ethic as Shab.
Yeah, Brendan Schaub.
Listen.
There you go. That's another name.
Yeah.
Throw that one on
Dude,
there.
Dude, I love
Shab.
Shab,
Shab
man.
is the homie, too.
And Ben the homie. You've been fucking
Yeah.
with Schaub for a long time.
You know what long time. I tell people this though. Somebody once told me. I think The Rock said this, that it's 90% hard work, and you got to be the hardest working motherfucker. You still need 10% of just genuine luck. Now your hard work will put you in a lucky position,
Yeah.
but you still just need that little bit of luck.
Agreed.
And we were talking about my little pieces of luck, right?
Yeah.
Have been the blessings of Andrew Scholes, Shab getting behind me, Shab then getting Theo.
Yep.
and-
I was gonna
and
get to
Callan
Theo,
behind
for sure.
me,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And Josh Wolf getting behind me, which
Yep.
brought in Steve Byrne and this whole comedy community.
Whole comedy
that just like
wave.
is endearing to me, and I'm such a comedy fan, which we nerd out about this shit.
Oh, yeah,
a
for
ton.
sure. All the time.
So it's like watching that parallel has just been a little bit of luck. I'll give you some more inside baseball, little pieces of luck. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ernest being from Nashville.
Ernest.
Yeah, man.
Right? Ernest being from Nashville and being familiar and us meeting each other forever ago, over a decade ago, going in similar but separate paths that ended up coming back together, right? Like watching that happen.
Yeah.
So like little pieces of luck is just Ernest being endearing to me because of the local connection. Zach Crowell, who I've been working with, right?
Yeah.
We all know Zach. Just that little piece of luck. I don't say everything on camera, but remind me to tell y'all another piece of luck that's associated with Zach off camera.
Okay.
Because I don't.
I can cut anything out though. Just
Yeah,
so you're
okay.
aware.
Well, then I don't like to cut stuff out. I want it to be straight.
it's all
So we'll
good.
just talk about it separate. But it's very. You're gonna be like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
It was just that little piece of luck, you know.
Yeah.
But Zach opening up to me, he's like, you know what, man? It's like I'm excited to see you have a chance to run for the heavyweight belt.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm the world champion. I have a chance to be the world champion.
You
do.
And I've been like the intercontinental
Yeah, yeah.
champion.
Yeah.
So I've been like the local champion.
You've been
but now
Mr.
they're like-
Perfect. You've
yeah,
been Mr. Perfect.
yeah, right. So now people are like, no, we're actually going to give him a chance.
He's gonna be Hogan, yeah.
We're going to put him over, right? We're going to put him over.
Yeah.
So it's like guys like Zach Crowell, Hunter
Yeah.
Williams, my booking agent,
Yep.
right, is another one. Hunter Williams has never represented a country act or a rock and roll act. He represents one country act now, but before me, he didn't represent any of those.
What did he
represented
represent?
EDM acts.
Okay.
He runs the EDM department of CAA.
Oh wow.
I can't disclose his client list.
Yeah.
But think of the biggest EDM artist in your head right now.
Yeah.
He represents that person, right?
Yeah.
Literally Forbes magazine articles about what Hunter did, right?
Damn.
So now fast forward, right? Went to Brentwood High School.
Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
And I'm an old Antioch kid.
Yeah.
So there's that automatic Brentioch connection.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he's like, so because of that, he's like, all right, I'm interested. Tootsie's birthday bash last night. I've worked really hard to get to play that, right? I put out so much music. I've been blessed that I got an opportunity to do it. But you know where the little luck factor was?
What's that?
Steve Smith's son, BT. We know BT from back in the fucking Outer Limit days, dog.
Damn.
Me and BT used to go to the cantina together. BT used to sneak me through the kitchen of Rippy's so we could go out and hang out at Rippy's together, and we were both too young to be there.
That's crazy.
You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like me and BT have known each other forever. So between Steve Smith, his dad knowing me forever,
Yeah.
and BT, right?
Yeah.
Look how, it's like, fuck, I'm an obvious. I'm little pieces of luck. I'm going to play golf at Old Hickory Country Club, right? I see Steve Smith. He comes over, gives me a hug, give him a hug. He goes, you know what? You should play the birthday bash this year.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine if I wouldn't have went to play golf that day.
Right.
Right? It's just those little things that are just like, I'm just so blessed that I put in the work.
That's exactly
but it's
what I said.
also,
You earned him good luck spots.
but
Bubba.
then I'm just little things that were
Yep.
just like, thank you, man. You know what I
Yep,
mean? I
for
could sit
sure.
here and name them until I'm blue in the face.
Yeah.
My new partners with the new distribution record deal I have, right? With BMG.
Yeah, yeah.
Loba had to jump the moon to do a deal with me. That is totally out of character for him. I just got lucky that him and Meatball, Adrian, loved the project. I just got lucky. You know, I worked my way into that. Yeah. And Loba's such a sweetheart. He's like, I'll never take credit. You worked your way here. And I'm like, yeah, but still, it's that little luck that everybody else in the record business was like, I don't get it. Nah, I don't want to fuck with it. Sounds risky. It sounds troublesome. To where Loba was like, I love risky and troublesome. Yeah. He was like, I want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I love that part.
The Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get into too.
You know, just like
that video. I cried watching that video just like you did, bro.
Dude, I couldn't. I ugly cried. How about this? I sat on the video for 3 days before I posted it because I cried so hard. Yeah. Because I cried so hard, I was like, I'm a very vulnerable guy, but I don't know if I actually want to, you know. I thought, you know how the internet is. They're mean sometimes, man. I don't want to be mean. I want people to be mean to me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were going to be mean to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I got to set myself up. I expected there to be a meme of my face like Michael Jordan. It was like when you run out of cupcakes.
Hell no.
Or something like that.
Not on that shit, man. Fuck, dude. You just got a gold fucking plaque, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, are you kidding me, Jelly? Like, the shit is wild as fuck, bro. Like, you sat and mentioned a million times how we've sat and we've known each other and we used ways you've recorded in the past or just been in the same room with us two. And, bro, to see you, to have these fucking discussions, bro, is amazing.
12 years ago, Jelly, I'm sitting there filming Jelly and he said, I'm in a league my own shit.
Man, right?
Burn me like an STD, baby.
Yeah. Bro.
I still feel that way.
I remember,
man.
and that's what got you. And it's on ChadArmsTV.com right now. And I remember, I tell this story all the time. I remember you jumping in my car one day, Jelly, and we was riding I can't even tell you. There's no fucking telling. But you just left somebody's studio and you told me that you were fixing to start singing on these motherfuckers. Yeah. You said, Squints, I'm finna start singing on these motherfuckers, bro. I said, do it, Bubba. And you were like, no, I ain't playing. Like, I'm going to get some lessons. Yeah. Like, I'm fixing to open this shit up.
I never got around to the lessons.
But still.
But I should. I still want to take them. It's what I tell people. And they're like, dude, you got a great singing voice. I'm like, imagine. I look at it like a guitar, right?
Just tune that motherfucker,
was like,
bro.
Somebody was like, dude, you're a great guitar player. And I'd be like, dude, I've only been playing for 2 years. Wait till I've been playing for 10. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I've only been really singing for a couple of years.
And think about the best of the best. Like, when we think about an artist, it's just our whole lives, ever since we've encountered this person, they've been just a phenomenal vocalist, right? There's footage of them singing when they were 4. Yeah. And they've done it till they at the even like Bieber to fucking, you know, to anybody, bro. It's their life. That's what they do. And for you to take on to that shit, like, I think coming from the rap world, bro, was a very good fucking trait to have under your belt because you were already an established hip-hop artist and have been and was already making noise. Right. But when you switched over a little bit to where you started leaning on other genres where your records could touch other genres, that's when we started getting what I think you've been building the whole time just as a human, dog. Yeah. Like, I think you've evolved into that person because that's what you always were.
And he's just to like talk about like the singing, bro. That Pain No More song that's on that Snow album, White was talking about in an interview. Yeah. He was singing that to me on the phone, bro. Yeah. When you were locked up, you was like, bro, I wrote a singing song, and he was singing to me on the phone, and that was. I plan on reaching out to Juicy J and Paul about re-releasing that record. Oh, dude, you should, bro. Now that and now that you can get it, like, because that record was so dope. Because you was like singing me the verses and the hooks and everything on the 15-minute calls that we would have, and that was 2007 or 8 or whenever it was. Literally, no. So like he's always been on that, like wanted to do that. You know, I told people that all the time. He can rap amazingly, but he can. I feel like this is always what you've truly wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do, for sure. I didn't think I could. Right. Yeah, I didn't think I could. I was worried. I mean, it was just, I'm still learning my voice now. I think it's a gift, though, because I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just singing from raw emotion. So I know like the basics of singing. Like I try not to go through my nose. Yeah. You know what I mean? I know to open the larynx.
You sing like Jelly Roll, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
The fuck?
Yeah, I just sing. You know, I just sing how it feels comfortable.
Who's the person that says how to sing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, you know what though, man? Is I'm learning though, man, because like I hang around these musicians and I'm so amazed at their understanding of theory of music, and I'm starting to learn it. Because, dude, a year ago I'd walk into a room and they'd be like, "So, do you feel better in the key of G or the?" And I'd be like, "What?" Yeah. I'd be like, "There's a key."
Bro, you used to rock over 808s and
Yeah,
shit.
it's like,
You know what I'm saying? Like now it's
yeah, it's like I don't know what the key is.
instruments and
To
shit.
this day, they're like, you sound best when you sing a high C, and I'm like, I can't wait to learn what this high C is.
Can you read music now? Can you read music yet?
I can read it a little bit. What I do know now is I understand the keys. I understand the difference between a G and an E now, and I play enough guitar that I could fool people around a campfire. I've learned enough guitar now, and I've learned enough piano that I don't feel comfortable playing and singing for people yet because I'm surrounded by incredible musicians.
But you ain't got to.
To me, it's an ego thing. It's like if I walk out there with a guitar to sing my own song and I got Jack fucking Fowler on stage with me, it's like I'm just trying to show people, like, look, I can play a G2.
Watch me,
It's
watch
like,
me.
nah, fucking Jack, you play the guitar. I can half-ass play it. Your ass can play it blindfolded over your head.
While shooting Jack Daniels that
Yeah,
you pour
for
into
sure.
his mouth.
You're
Shout out
literally
Hangover
ripping a
Jack.
guitar solo while I'm just feeding you alcohol.
So
So I want to go play my little G.
You
and my
mentioned,
little E and sing Sunday morning.
you
know what I mean?
mentioned Ernest.
Oh
earlier.
yeah.
man.
So tell us, how did you meet Ernest? Because me and Chad are baffled. We don't know the kid.
And
So,
we can't wait to
It's
link
an
up with him.
I
at
got
some
two
point.
I'm a
Ernest
fan.
stories. The first one was I caught him somewhere in high school. So this was the cool thing about coming from the hip hop culture of Nashville.
I know what you're gonna say. I know exactly what you're about to say.
If you was a white kid
boy.
that even pretended to rap,
Yep.
you were immediately brought
Jelly
to
knew
me.
there was reported to
Yeah,
Jelly.
you were like immediately.
We got
brought
another
to
one.
me. It was like they kidnapped you like the Squid Game and brought you straight to me, like literally, right? So
Nashville rap
it's
Squid
like,
Game, dog.
yeah, it's like I immediately, he was on my radar.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, okay, cool. Right, and I knew that he was somehow part of the Petty team, which I think Petty's one of the best in Nashville.
Oh, bro, yeah, we just had Stan and B.
Yeah, we
Howard
had
on here
Stan
last
over
week.
last
and-
week.
B. Howard's another one, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
I have one. This is not me dissing Petty or B. Howard. This is a cry to them. I'm gonna look. What's is this the camera pointing
No,
to
the
me?
one up there. Yeah.
This is a cry directly to y'all. I think y'all are supposed to be a couple of the biggest artists on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Please release more music.
Yeah.
Please release more music. The only thing y'all can do wrong is not release the music.
Right.
The only thing you can do right is release more of the music. Please, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am pleading with you.
And who's that to?
B. Howard and Petty.
Yeah.
That's the first two that come to mind of dudes that I don't think release enough music.
I'll throw Stan in
Stan's
that
in
mix.
there
Yeah,
too.
Stan,
of
right.
course, him and Petty are brothers. So
Yeah, it's like, but it's like, for me, it's like
Have you checked out that Claude and Ray?
Callie and them, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Bezel
watching
Gang. Need more of that.
Bezel Gang. I'm watching the flip switch with him right now.
Yep.
Where I'm
So,
like, oh, he's starting to release.
Right.
Like, that's all it takes is like consistency. I told you that about your channel.
Yep.
I told you this about the podcast. I
Right.
said, Squints,
Yep.
I wouldn't watch one metric. I wouldn't judge the success of this podcast for 2 years.
Nah.
If I was you, I wouldn't even look at the scoreboard.
Yep.
I would just like the horse with the blinders on. I just keep running laps.
Yeah, we just keeping our foot
If
on
you
their
do
neck.
it for 2 years and look up,
Watch.
I promise you, you will have gained traction.
I already know.
Sure.
So it's like I'm watching the switch flip with. But listen, I know this is a totally. I'll get back to Ernest, but
You good.
My guy.
this is like
That guy there.
understanding that I had one simple philosophy when I started music. It was record and release.
Yeah.
I didn't think twice about it. I didn't ask people's permission. There was times I probably looked like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I knew for sure that I was going to record music and release it. And every time I had enough songs to release, I released them.
Absolutely, bro. Once,
You know,
twice a year.
I didn't
every
think
year.
twice about them.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And when they were released, it's like
You rode the wave.
I'm sitting here thinking about how I'm still the same guy to this day. I'm talking to Chad about the only day in the studio we didn't get fucking blistering drunk.
Yeah.
And it's because we were in there doing a listen back to the Stoner album
Yep.
that's coming out. Like, we were already listening to the album that was going to be released after the album that hadn't been released yet.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
wish,
know what I'm
I
saying?
wish I would have fly on the wall that day.
Oh, dude, we'll play
bro.
you some shit.
Yeah, it's
but
so-
it's
so
like,
dope.
to me, it's like just record it. There's so many dudes in this town that it could really work for.
Yeah.
But it's like they judge metrics right? Or they release one song every year, or a couple songs a year, or a project a year or 2 years, and it doesn't meet their metric mandate or what they think their metric should be, and then it falls off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, she's in there cooking. So for me, it's like record and release, record and release, record and release. You know what I mean?
And what I will say about Petty, I know he's dropping singles every Friday now.
Where do you hear those?
They're on. No, I get them on Apple Music. I get on his.
You know, that's how
he's
Russ,
dropping fire every week now, bro.
That's Russ' story.
That's how he got on.
Yeah.
He's taking that. He's probably
He's
been
gonna
hearing
win.
that. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
he's gonna win.
I don't remember how many it was. I want to say it was a little past 52, though. He did.
Yeah.
I want it was like closer to 60
Bro,
or 70. But that
He did like one a day for a year.
was it a day or a week?
It was like a day, I think.
Whatever it
I think
was,
he really did.
same formula. However
On
it was.
SoundCloud, it was like kind of like a gimmick of his. They were like 2-minute songs, minute and 30-second songs, but he was just building the beat and putting it out.
Yeah.
But he built a fan base. It's like the metrics are there,
Yep.
right? You just gotta record the music and release, and don't stop.
Keep
My
going.
thing with Petty is don't do it now and then stop on me.
Keep going.
Like just don't even think about it for like 2 or 3. That dude is so dope.
Yeah.
It's like don't even think about it. Just keep dropping it. Make sure you're promoting it. Don't get so busy dropping music that you forget the importance of making sure people kind of know it's there.
Yep.
But
You ever get frustrated like that, where you just want to release something?
all the time.
Yeah.
I want to release the Cocaine song right now.
Bruh, I love
and my
that
album hadn't been out 3 weeks. And I'm like teetering on I got like 4 songs right now that I want to release.
You know what I
One
always
of them must
love?
be that freestyle you sent us.
Oh
dude.
yeah, I want to
yeah.
release that freestyle. I'm sitting on some shit that I'm just like I just want to let it go.
I used to always love when you just randomly hit them with a Jack and Fabrice or something hot, bro.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
my
I got
favorite
one. I
shit.
sent you the freestyle, right, Squints?
Which one?
The one of the Wee Wee track. Fire.
Oh yeah. I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard it. I
I'ma
don't
let
think
that
it's
one
somebody
fly
sent
soon.
it to me, but I've heard it.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you, but I'm gonna let it fly soon. It's like I'm trying to let the album sit
No, yeah.
because the album's doing so well. I don't want to take nothing away from the album. So my first interaction with Ernest was the music thing.
But Petty and Ernest, they're
Very connected.
Yeah, so
for
that
sure.
makes sense.
Yeah,
To me,
yeah. And
okay.
Ernest loves Petty. I love Petty.
Yeah.
Ernest definitely gives Petty his flowers while he's around. You know what I mean? Like he definitely.
Yeah,
represents Petty the right
Stan,
way.
and you are the only people I've met that's met Ernest.
Yeah.
yeah.
So the
And it
second
surprised
time,
me when Stan said he knew.
Ernest was at Scary's house
Yeah.
with Beardo, doing dabs with us. We were
Interesting.
like ninja dabbing.
Been there before.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
wow.
you've been there. You've came and ninja dabbed with me.
Dude, I've been there
You know what I mean?
lots of times.
Lots of times. So you remember the old historic Scary spot? The golden years
Down in the dungeon.
of dabbing were there. We were just downstairs in the dirt dungeon while he was blowing glass, listening to music, just
Absolutely.
fucking getting stoned.
That's it.
And they, so I met him there. And then we just kind of watched each other over the years and kept in touch just as much as we could. And he's probably, I venture to say one of the closest people to me right now.
Yep.
I talk to Ernest almost every other day at least.
I'm a
and
fan.
And we don't call about nothing but just like laughing and shooting the
Yeah,
shit.
I love that.
But I'm just blessed to have who I think is going to be the biggest songwriter ever
He's a monster.
Oh man.
to be a friend of mine.
Flower
and
Shop.
Love me. Dude.
Monster.
That dude had 4 number 1s in a year.
Sure did.
He's
Trust me,
on the-
I've read up
he's
on him.
on the verge of having a few more.
I was a fan, and then I caught wave of his podcast, and I started listening to his podcast, and then all of a sudden, after I was already an established fan and catching the wave, you were on there already.
Yep.
But then I saw him cross Mike's path.
Yeah.
And when he crossed Mike's path, I was like, wait the fucking minute. Like, how do I not know this kid?
Yeah, no, Ernest is
And then
everywhere.
I seen him
man.
on a mound at Lipscomb, and I was like, how do I not know this kid?
Yeah, no, for sure. No, he is as Nashville as the rest of us.
Tell him I think I can hit off of him.
Yeah. Oh, dude, listen. What you don't know about Ernest is I will set that up because y'all both have a baseball background. Ernest will do that shit with a smile, dog. He won't even think twice about it.
I know he will. That's good content, Ernest. Holla at me. I'll take a swing at it. I won't say I'll take him yard, but I'll definitely get contact.
Yeah.
I know I will.
He pitched the first pitch of the Sounds game.
I still ain't seen it. I'd love to see footage of
Oh,
that.
dude, it was crazy. He almost
He
fucking killed
said,
him.
I remember on this podcast, he said he was going to turn around and just throw it over the center field wall.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be
Yeah.
epic. If
Yeah,
anybody did that, it would be epic.
I'd love to meet Ernest, man. I really respect what he does. I
Me
like
too,
everything
man.
he's got
I'm a
going
big
on,
fan. Aside from all the bullshit, like I'm a super big fan, and I was, and it still just blows my mind that we don't know the guy.
No, dude, that dude is he's one of the best humans I've ever met.
Yeah, I loved his set at the Ryman. We walked. That's when we got there. We got there as Ernest had already started. I think he was a song or two in. But yeah, huge fan. And it's
It was
got
legendary, man. I couldn't believe he was willing to do the Ryman with me. I thought that was just absolutely
really
sweet.
Like, come on, Jalen.
How did that feel, bro? Of
course he did the Ryman.
How did the Ryman show? Like
He named his son Ryman like how many months before, and that was his first opportunity to play that
Yep.
stage. So
Yep.
I mean, come on, you knew that.
No, second. He played at Whiskey Jam.
Oh, cool.
It was his first time doing a full set. He didn't like
Gotcha.
come out and do the couple Whiskey Jam songs. But yeah, dude, it was surreal. The whole Ryman experience for me was mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like from the moment it happened, like I could just sit here and relive it in my head. It was just it's one of the few things I remember everything.
You remember me?
Oh, for sure.
Right, dude.
I remember.
We talked about it on here, dog.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to a full show yet, first opportunity you get, listen to the one that we did the day after the Ryman show. We literally came on to do an episode based off our experience at that show.
Oh, shit.
Because it meant so much to both of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it on the way home.
And we drug Leroy through the mud on the conversation because he didn't go.
We talked about the album.
Yeah, he's a
dude.
douche. Fuck Leroy.
Shout
really.
out Leroy. Shout out Leroy.
No, we're not shouting out Leroy.
First opportunity you get to check out
shout out
check out
Leroy.
a show in its entirety, though, boss. Like, listen to that one because that one really focuses on you, but it mainly focuses on seeing
album.
you
We
that
talk about
night.
his album
and we
and
talk
that.
about the
Yeah, the
album.
whole thing.
Yeah.
It was I got to check it out whenever I get there. But dude, I'll check it on the way home. But I think that it was like I remember pulling in there that day, where I parked.
What
how I
did
parked.
that? All right, hang on, pause. What did that day look like to you, man?
Let me tell you the first time I cried that day.
Okay, I'm ready.
Right? This is the first time I cried on the day of the Ryman show. When it really hit me was when I got to the corner of 5th and Broadway.
Okay.
I normally would have took Demumbrian Street down and cut over, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go down to
5th and Broadway.
I'm gonna go down. I want to go straight down Broadway.
Yeah.
And normally I would have took 5th up, right,
Yeah, no.
and cut over, but I was like, I'm gonna go down to 3rd and double back.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I'm coming down Broadway, and right there at the corner of 5th and Broadway, I'm looking at all those lights. And I'm knowing that in a few weeks I'll be standing there for the Tootsie stage. That's already official but not announced, right? So I'm thinking like, man, I'm going to be looking at these same lights. It was the best part. Ready? Oh, this I get goosebumps. I want to cry talking about this.
Dude, did you say that just now?
Yeah. Dude, it was dreary that morning.
Yeah.
It was like rainy, right? So I'm sitting there in my truck, and I look and I see the neon lights of Broadway. I just cry.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
I'm just like, there's no way I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm really?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it's like,
It's crazy.
I think maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon or something. Like, it's mad early. I want to get there like as soon as I could get there. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just looking at all the neon lights, and I'm thinking about, like, dude, this street is going to be full of Jelly Roll fans tonight.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's what it was for me, was like this, because you know how the Ryman works. Like, everybody pours into Broadway.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how that works. You know, so I'm just like, there's going to be north of 3,000 Jelly Roll fans. Because my merch dude had set up a merch tent outside in the rain.
Yeah.
And he'd already called me like, yo, it's like we've sold X amount of shirts from people who can't even come to the show.
Yep.
They just they're just here. Like, there was people outside of the show that were just lingering in the alley that couldn't get in the show.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, like hundreds of people, right?
I saw all them people.
That's where, as soon as it was like ending, that's where we went. We went out front and was in that area.
Oh yeah, no, for that's the first time I cried at the Ryman. I probably cried 3 or 4 times that day because it was just so unfucking real. But that was I don't know why it hit me there. I thought it would hit me when I got in the room, or just right there on Broadway. I was just like, we're fucking here. Like, I'm going to be playing right here on Broadway.
Yeah.
I'm finna go play the Ryman Auditorium.
Yeah.
You
Like-
couldn't tell
like
me that
that ain't
5
saying
hours
something.
after that moment they were going to invite me to the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
That you want to talk about the epitome of being surprised? Last thing I thought was going to happen.
Get invited to the Opry?
So
For sure. Like, even when they said she's with the Grand Ole
I was
Opry,
wondering what you
I was like,
thinking. You was just meeting her.
I just thought that, like, I thought that my partners were just, doing the right thing and just trying to, And there was a side of me, I didn't want to say this publicly, but fuck it, I will. That was almost mad she was there initially, because I was like, oh my God, they're gonna ruin I'm never gonna be able to play the Opry if she sees my show tonight. This is a hometown show. Like, I'm fixing to get fucked up and cuss and smoke weed on stage and fucking act crazy. Like, this is huge for me. Like, I'm really gonna show my ass tonight.
Fuck it.
In the words of old Whizzle Fizzle, rest in peace, I'm pulling my butt cheeks out tonight. You know what I mean? Like, it
R.I.P.
probably
Whizzle.
wasn't the night to, for her to come. So I'm not mad at them, but I'm mad at myself. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna do if she stays for the whole show? I'm like, fuck, they're never gonna let me come, because I'm thinking it would still be years down the road anyway. So this was like an introduction. Like, I thought that Loba and my BBR team was just like, yo, we just wanted to, in my mind it was just like, how you meet people. Like, I meet radio people all the time. I'm not on the fucking radio.
Right.
Not yet.
Right?
You're just,
I think it's just like, you're just shaking hands. Like, you're just, this is a prequel to maybe one day.
Yep.
So I didn't think nothing of it. So they were like, yeah, you know who she's at? I'm like, yeah, she said she was with the Grand Ole Opry. They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, that's fucking crazy. The best part was, because of the team she was with.
How drunk were you?
I was stone cold sober.
Cool.
It was before the show.
Keep going. My bad.
It was before the show. I'm stone cold sober.
Yeah.
I hadn't smoked a joint today.
Yeah.
I hadn't took one drink. I hadn't even
Wow.
I'm like,
You're
I'm just there watching them set this trailer park on stage at the Ryman. Like, there's no fucking way they're building a trailer park on the stage at the Ryman. So
It's crazy.
when the
as fuck.
BBR team comes over, which is my partners, my label that I work with, I don't have a traditional record deal, but they're like yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
a
not-
whole different discussion.
It's a whole different
just
talk
your
we have.
partners,
But
yeah,
these
yeah.
are my partners.
It's
right?
one that's working.
It's the best relationship. I've had a lot of horrible distributors, and I won't say names.
Not this go round.
But
Everything's
this is the opposite. This
Cool.
is finally having a good partner. And I don't care. Even your most independent rapper has a distributor, right?
Right.
So I'm still independent, 100% of my masters, whatever. It has some sort of a partner. These are my partners. I'm like, they're doing the right thing. This is Loba, the team, like they're here. I just assumed that she was a part of the BBR team I never met. So I didn't think twice.
That's a big team.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, what's up? Because there's, dude, this is one of the biggest fucking companies in town. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, I'm thinking maybe it's just somebody had met, so I just hug her and everything. I'm like, hey, what's up, girl? Like, I'm just back there excited. The team came to see the show. I'm like, this, during COVID, there's a lot of people who are using that as an excuse from the suit side
Yeah.
to not come to stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, this is dope. So, and then she's like, yeah, but they told you where she's from. I'm like, no, they're like, that's when they told me she's from the Opry. I'm like, cool. And then Loba didn't hear that. So when I walk over to Loba, that's when the film starts. When Loba's like, so have you met Jen? I'm like, yeah, I just met her. He's like, so she's from the Opry? I'm like, yeah, I just heard. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it on my face. I'm just like, yeah, that's fucking wild. Like,
Yeah.
there's 30 other things going through my head. Not, I'm fixing to get invited to go play the fucking Grand Ole Opry.
I would
process the
yeah.
Ryman. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ryman. You're at the Ryman about
I'm
to
already
perform
at the
to a
Ryman.
sold out
Like,
crowd.
yeah, how does this get bigger? Like, there's no way I'm going to get popped with this tonight.
Right.
And they brought the plaque on stage.
Crazy. I ran to the stage 2 times that night, boss. I had seats on the balcony for one.
Yeah.
I was there for maybe, not even, when you came out, I was already down low.
Yeah.
And I made my way to the stage for the record, and I got caught, and I was told to get the hell away from the stage. I had already established myself on the stage, and I got footage of that, but then I came back up when you said for David Ray to get out on stage with you for Save Me. That's enough for me. And I was with Chad then.
Yeah.
And I fucking just beelined. I didn't grab Amy, nothing. I just went right back to the front of the fucking
Yeah.
stage.
Just ran for it.
Well, I'd seen you then because I looked down at you right when we were
Yes,
doing
I
the
love you
Save
too,
Me intro.
Squirrel.
I love you
And
too.
that moment, dude,
Yeah, man. That was awesome.
Right then. Yeah, because in my mind, I was like, I'm going to see Squints right now. And then I was like, I wanted to go see Crip's mama. Y'all know Crypt? Have you ever watched his reactions?
I sat right in front of your mama is where I was upstairs.
Okay.
I said hello to her.
Yeah. She didn't want to watch it from the side stage. She ended up coming back down and she's like, I want to see the show. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, whatever. Whatever you want to do.
But
But
yeah, man.
I came out, I wanted to see Crip's mama before I left, and I did.
I didn't get an opportunity to see you after the show.
Well, you should have came. We went right where I said I was going to. I went to Tootsie's.
Yeah, I was outside. We went down to Legends for a minute.
Yeah.
I hung out for a while. But
Yeah, I literally walked right upstairs to Tootsie's and went out back on the balcony and took some shots. And then I walked straight up on stage and sung for another hour.
That's so dope. So the first time you got emotional was seeing that. So what was the second time?
Second time was
The record.
No, was the invite to the Opry.
Gotcha. Okay. That's 2.
Yeah, the third time was the record, the plaque.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, and the fourth time was heading home.
Yeah,
I bet.
Like when the day had settled, and I'm in my truck and I'm heading home, and I'm just like when I tell you, I remember everything anyways.
I know that. I know you do.
I see this show in my head right now. It's
that's
clear
where
as
I'm
day.
that's
all the
where
way
I'm
down
at.
to Squints when he walked up, and I'm like, I mean, everything to what I was thinking in certain moments. I remember.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of moment in life when that means so much to you. Little things I thought about that day. We were putting the numbers on the trailer.
Yeah.
And I was like, 417 is the address that I grew up in when I was a kid with my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
612 was Jamie LeMay's old house that we used to
Shout out, sis.
do the backyard boogie at.
Yep.
So I was like, this is like, I need these addresses on this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then for the gag factor, I want 420 on the other one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like little stuff that we were like micro focused on, making sure the details are right that would go over people's head.
Yeah.
Tagging the long live chisel on the trailer.
Right.
Oh, that was so dope when I saw that LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Like, just that moment in itself, bro, is just monumental, especially, and I could see why it would be so overwhelming for you, like, in a good way, just from where you came from to where, how many times people probably told you you were wasting your time or whatever they told you, and to see where you're at, and then to find out about the Ryman, and then the thing about the show, bro, it was so dope because you got D-Ray coming out playing guitar with Saban. Y'all been cool for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Struggle comes out for your show. Y'all perform songs from y'all set. Your daughter, your wife, everybody. I mean, everything, bro. It was just so cool, dog.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't get done that I wanted to do is I wanted to bring Donna out for Mobile Home.
Oh, yeah.
When I did the Mobile Home song at the beginning, but she wanted to see the show from the front of house. So
Yeah.
I wanted to bring Mama out, though. That was my thing. But no, it's one of those nights where I don't have a Matt Wallace bringing me the plaque.
Yeah, for sure.
Like just every little detail of that night was surreal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
November 9th.
November 9th, the fucking
Grand Ole Opry, baby.
The Opry House,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
Ooh, shout out to the Thunder.
Garth Brooks,
above.
Thunder
I
Rolls.
love it. I love storms.
Yeah.
You a storm fan?
Yeah.
I like to sleep during storms.
I just love watching them. I'm fascinated by them.
Yeah.
So
I like writing songs in them. I've said this since probably 10 years now. My wife even finishes it for me when I say it. The Rain reminds me of a song that I never wrote, but I've thought about 1,000 times.
hurry up and write it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what she says too. So I wish you quit talking about it and write it.
Right, just write it.
I don't know. It's
Bubba.
got to be the right song, but it just reminds me of a song.
So when did they get the Son of the Sinner video?
Oh, dude,
video.
Patrick Tohill directed it. It's fucking nuts.
Is it the full version or the demo version?
It's the full version. We're doing a demo
Obviously.
version at the studio.
Oh, yeah.
It's dope.
But yeah, we got that video. Evil Angels Cry coming soon. Shot a video of Dead Man Walking.
You
Just
could
looked at
do
a
the-
treatment for Over You and Backslide. I'm shooting them with Ed
Yeah,
Pryor.
it could be. Shout out Ed Pryor. That'll be a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Is that who did
You could do a
that's
whole-
who did Calico's video.
It might have
Pryor.
been. I know he don't
He
miss.
did one of Stan's recently.
Yeah,
too.
I know he don't miss. Ed Pryor's the best.
I think he
Yeah.
just said what I said. I think that's what Calico told us. I'm pretty sure. That's dope, bro. What if you got to? I know this is probably hard to do, but if you had to pick a favorite song on the record,
Son of a Sinner.
Son of a Sinner.
Yeah.
Son of a Sinner and
Dude,
Over You.
When we heard, and that's my
Mobile
two.
Home.
and then Dead Man Walking, and
Dead Man Walking and
third,
Mobile Home.
it's a solid project, dude. Like I love it, and it surprised me that I really like it as much as I do. Because like Chad said, it's some of my favorite shit you've ever done, man.
Yeah.
Where does
Like-
it stand with you on your as far as the music?
As far as a body of work,
Yeah.
my favorite album I've ever released.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that because it's my newest one. Addiction Kills and A Beautiful Disaster are somewhere in second and third.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about the order,
yeah.
but Yeah.
Your catalog's so big to this point, though, bro.
Yeah.
Like we'll sit here and then we'll be like, oh yeah, fuck.
I think
let's not forget about
I lean
self-medicating.
towards Addiction Kills because it was you talking about skipping rungs on a ladder for me.
Yeah.
In 2017, Addiction Kills was that.
Yeah.
You know, only going viral on Spotify. You know what I mean? Was like a game changer for me at that moment. So yeah, but really, if we're gonna be honest, it was teed up in 16 when I released Demons with Little White, and it did well on YouTube. And then we did Smoking Section that same year. So then that kind of bred into You know, what ended up happening in 17, which was a turning point for me. Same Asshole Along the Way helped.
That's in my top 5.
See, here we go. Like when now it's like when you're naming these titles, I'm like, fuck.
But a beautiful disaster was.
See what I'm saying?
Such
and then
a body of work.
The whole whiskey shit. The whiskey
self-medicated, dog. That's the one that has Amy on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Promise and come on, bro.
What are you looking for, handsome?
A little light switch, man. A little light switch.
Do the lights go off?
No, I got a light switch right there, though.
Oh, okay.
I got to turn it on. It's really pretty. I wanted it on.
That was a stoner move. You looked back and was like, my light's not on.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's
like, how
an hour in.
We've been podcasting for an hour. We've cried, laughed, talked about everything, and then Squints is like, my sign should be lit up.
My little light's not lit. Yeah, you've had me, bro. I'm telling you, Jelly, to see it all, bro, and you'll get me there. You ready?
Yeah, man. Don't be scared, dog.
The moment I walked down to that stage, dude, I didn't grab nobody.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything. I had to be.
Yeah.
Follow me. Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
And
that's special, man.
I don't know what made me. I wasn't even thinking about the moment. Like I was being selfish as fuck.
Yeah.
Yell to you by your government name.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was
Got me
powerful
tearing
shit.
up. Chad would cry with us if he wasn't a sociopath.
No, I'm tearing up. My glasses are fogging up. I'm tearing up too, dog.
And you said it right back, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, immediately.
But I knew you would.
Yeah. I seen you coming.
Because it's like we all,
that's
we all
my
win,
dude
man.
right there.
Yeah, we all win every time you.
I was like, that's my guy.
Yeah, it's like we all win every time you do anything, bro.
Oh, dude, thank y'all, man. I'm fucking in tears too.
Fuck y'all. Look at me now.
Yeah, fuck. I feel the same way though, man. I always hoped that, we would all be looked at and judged together as what a beautiful sound.
The Thunder Road.
We're just all so fucking proud of you, dude.
Oh, dude, thank you, man. I'm just glad that we all get to share it together. It's probably my favorite part.
Yeah, man. For sure.
I know a lot of people who have success and have nobody to share it with.
We always,
what's the point?
We always knew this shit was gonna pop, though, bro.
Yeah. I'm glad y'all did. Fuck, I thought I was running blindfolded through a forest. I just kept waiting to hit a tree finally.
But you were always your own worst critic, though, dog.
I said it on record. I said, bro, if I still had like the old Blackberries and shit, like just my old phones from some of our conversations.
Yeah.
Like I remember, dude, because I've been one of them guys that's been on the sidelines close enough to where Jelly used to share a lot of music with us, like early, like a lot. But I'd get the project.
Right.
That motherfucker would shoot it to me like, here it is. And it would be like super months on advance or whatever, but he'd always ask for my opinion, and I valued that shit. But I still get fucking records. Yeah. He still asks for my opinion.
Yeah, true story.
And then like I said, the moment at the Ryman to seeing you gearing up for the fucking Opry, to doing Tootsie's last night, to doing 4 shows in the next 4 days after today.
Yeah.
And still take the time to come sit with us, bro.
Oh, dude, I love y'all, man. It's family shit, dog.
Yeah, for
sure.
It wasn't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump. I'm glad we made it happen. I'd have been here Sunday. I'm still. You're happy I came today. I'm pissed off I missed Sunday.
I'm glad you recognize it's not far. It's not a bad drive. It's like right here. Like motherfuckers trip.
Full disclosure, I felt like a piece of shit pulling up here because it's so much closer than I thought.
Right. You hear Murfreesboro and you think MTSU. That's what everybody thinks. That's like the other side of town, bro.
I think about how many police officers I have to pass to get there.
You'll have to pass probably 3 to get.
Like, man, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to make that scoot. Right. It's like people ask me, I don't get to hang out with Struggle like I used to, and it breaks my fucking heart.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about where each of us lives, but he lives, Davison County's in the middle of us. And he lives on the other side of the other county on this side. Yep. And I live on the other side of the other there's almost 3 full counties between us. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can almost make it to Memphis faster than Struggle's house, depending on the time of day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, man, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's out there with like 30 kids or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking.
I'll see how y'all do it, man. Shout out Struggle. Number 1 record.
Struggle, man.
Had a number 1.
Oh, dude, guy. Yeah, he'd come out and do it for real. He'll come out and do it.
Need him here, man. Chad needs him too, man. We love to have him.
It'd be dope just to get y'all to tell about, so y'all sit down with
Dude, we'll sit down and do it. I swear, Struggle is with that shit. You just got to catch Strug. Strug is like, I'm super busy.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not as busy on the family side. Like, I got Bailey and Noah, but I get Noah on a set schedule.
Yeah.
So I know when that is. And the thing about Bailey is, if she would have been out of school, I'd have brought her. Yeah. She's doing that school play thing where she's producing the school play for the school.
How old is Noah now?
Noah's almost 6.
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
Big boy.
So he was at the show.
I saw pictures, man.
Awesome, man.
I saw pictures. Yeah.
But Bailey wasn't. She's producing her school play. But if she wasn't, she'd. Bailey's 13, so it's like, just get in the car, kid, let's roll. Yeah. So it's easier for me. Where Struggle's like, he's got literally 5
Let me say
kids,
this on
6
record,
kids.
so my daughter don't kill me. My daughter, Kimura, is at the point where she hates me for not meeting Bailey yet.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's because Bailey's getting fucking famous too, or it's just because she knows I know
like
you.
a family
but
connection.
she says something every time you're brung up. She tells me that. Yes, that's all she says.
You got to bring her by.
Right.
It's I think it's more so of just like the connection. You know what I mean? Like Bailey gets on me about not seeing Courtesy.
And Kimura's
Struggle's
15.
daughter. Yeah.
But
Bailey gets on me for not seeing Struggle's daughter because she's like, dude, we like grew up together before we ended up in separate sides of the state. You know what I'm saying? She's like, why can't I go see Kooky Bird? And I'm like, well, they're fucking slam. But I'll get Strug on. First of all, we'll get Kimura hooked up for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Bailey would love it. Bailey needs, all little girls need friends. It's important. It's not like little boys. It's easier for us to make friends because we're like,
what's up?
oh, you snot on yourself too. Me too. Oh, your balls smell bad. Mine too. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy for us. But girls are more like, kind of catty by nature. So
Right.
You're right. Yeah, and Kimura comes over here and she kind of keeps to herself, but she's the homie, man. That's one
She'll
of my
come
best
out here
friends.
though when we do the podcast.
Yeah,
though.
she likes. I got her on the edge, boss, where she's so like. Chad's been asking her for a feature and shit.
Trying to get her to sing.
Yeah.
Just wait, dog, because I
It'll
catch her.
up.
I catch her, but she won't take that leap. But we're gonna get her there, man. But yeah, she'd kick my ass if I didn't say something to you about.
Yeah, for sure.
About yours.
I did have a question about the Opry, bro. How is that show going to work? Is it going to be completely different?
That's good. That's
your
good. I'm glad you
traditional-
brought that up, Chad, because go ahead.
So the Opry format. Are you familiar?
I guessed on it a couple times because it's like I read it before or something, but I said that it's like tradition that you use the house band.
You use the house band, and so it's always 6 artists a night. If I remember right, it's been a while. Last time I seen,
I think it
was
ranges.
probably 5 years ago.
Yeah, because like where I work at,
we
print the Opry posters and the Ryman posters, the shows, all 3 days of the week. The Tuesday, Friday, Saturday shows. That's how they run that platform over there.
The tradition I remember was it used to be 6, and it was because it was billed for radio.
Yeah.
What they would happen was the guy comes out and he does ad reads like an old radio show. Hey, welcome to the Grand Ole Opry. Welcome to the Grand Ole Opry. Tonight's thing is sponsored by
Welcome to the Grand
Barrel.
Ole Opry.
Yeah, he's like,
I need that gig.
Exactly. He's like, well, tonight's thing sponsored by Cracker Barrel. Also, our good friends over at RC Cola. He does that, and then he goes, all right, y'all, hope you enjoy the show. And then person A comes out and sings 2 or 3 songs. They leave, house band. Person B comes out and sings 2 or 3 songs. Guy comes back out. He goes, this intermission right here was brought to you by, fucking McDonald's, or you know what I mean? Because it's like, I think if I remember right, it's still on radio.
Yeah.
And
so it'd have to be clean set, obviously.
For sure. And it's 2 or 3 songs.
Okay. That's so
2
dope,
or 3
though.
songs.
It's still so dope.
And you come out, but it's like the history of it is everybody who's ever been anybody has played it.
Oh,
right.
bro.
That's
Like
that's
the
all I hear.
invitation to be there is a huge deal.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's the highest regard in country music ever.
Yeah.
They're famous.
Is it though? I mean, it could be the Ryman.
Well,
or
note,
hang on, it could be fucking shutting down Broadway.
Right.
However you want to
did
look
all
at it.
3 of those in 3 months.
Argument, yeah, they're all crazy
Jesus Christ.
accolades. But here's the funny part: before the Opry House was built, the Grand Ole Opry was at the Ryman.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And in the wintertime, if I remember right, they still do a Thursday night show every Thursday
You're right.
night at the Ryman Auditorium.
You are correct. It's called Opry at the Ryman.
It's called Opry at the Ryman. So I am. It's all in that same history,
Yeah.
you know. So
And then you got to take during the flood. When the flood hit and Opry Mills went under, like that shut it down for a while. Like,
they went straight back to the Ryman.
Yeah,
then,
they
for
had
sure.
to do it there for a while. But then I know that was like one of the first attraction portions of that like whole facility that they fixed first.
No, it's insanely.
Yeah.
It's been there since I think '74.
Yeah.
But it's another thing is traditionally, and this is the part that is makes me crazy is when you're me. Traditionally, when you're first invited, it's also like them. It's like how No Jumper used to be. Right?
Yeah.
Do you remember like you would see an artist go on No Jumper and you knew at that moment that artist was fixing to blow? It's almost like Adam knew something nobody else knew.
You knew they were relevant.
You know what I mean?
If you saw them on the show, you knew they were relevant.
Yeah, and it's like Adam knew something nobody else knew.
Right.
Because, dude, he had everybody from 6ix9ine to XXXTentacion early.
Yeah.
He had these dudes early. Ghostman, he had these dudes on early.
Yeah.
Like, he knew they were fixing to explode into another stratosphere.
Right.
That's the Opry. Like, when they invite you, it's like their way of tipping
You're
their
bubbling.
head to go, this dude's fixing to go.
Finna blow.
Yeah, this dude, like, we're stamping it right now. Sometime in the future, this kid's really going to explode.
So
And then the goal is to get invited back. And then if you're invited back so many times, you become a member.
What about you getting invited and you just started doing this kind of music?
Yeah, man. I
know,
think
Dude,
you know what I mean?
it's got a fucking video with like 100 million views.
That's what I'm saying, but that was just a year old, though. Like we said, it was like a year ago.
Are you still on the chart currently with rock album shit? I know you were top 10
Yeah.
for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
or
no,
some
we're still
shit.
charting.
See, that's
and,
crazy.
Yeah, everything's moving in the right
In a genre
direction.
you never released a record in.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy, bro. I think Chad, remember when I said the sky's the limit? When it comes to what you got going on, dog, it feels like lately you can't miss, Bubba.
A lot of it, dude, is just being blessed with a really, really loyal group of people that support me, meaning like the fans. Like,
Oh yeah,
one thing about my core group is they're going to back me, dude. I have been so blessed. Like last night, obviously, every act there had fans.
Yeah.
I say that with respect.
Right.
yeah, but
But you knew a Jelly Roll fan, though, because they had on a fucking Jelly Roll shirt.
Yep.
There was a little girl I took a picture with that had wrote Jelly Roll on her face.
Ah.
Jelly on this cheek, roll on this cheek. She was like 15.
Yeah.
I took a picture with her.
Yeah.
It's like, just, you know them. It's different. Like, we are different.
Yeah.
My manager said the best thing today. He said the coolest thing. He said, your fans are going to show up anywhere because they're not worried about being uncomfortable anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like some fans won't show up places because they're like, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable there.
Yeah.
Like, your fans will show up and make people feel uncomfortable. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you tell them you're playing the Grand Ole Opry, they're fucking going. You tell them you're playing the Ryman, you sold it out quick because your fans were like, fuck yeah, well, our dude's going to the Ryman, we're fucking going with him.
It's because
you know what I mean?
It's because of that music you put out, bro, and it's the way that you interact with your supporters and your fans, bro.
That's it.
Nobody does it better than you, dog. And
That's
I've seen
it.
it firsthand, bro.
Yeah.
just
Same.
the way that you handle, and just talking to your security team, and then like
Right.
just hearing their stories of how you don't ever get mad. You always like
nope.
people. That gives you fans for life, dog.
Yep.
You know.
Then
what I mean?
people remember that shit.
Yeah,
They're
I
like
just
the-
love people, dude.
Yeah, that
for
shit's
sure.
crazy. Like I think we spoke on that. It may have been that episode. Like I said, that we spoke on you a lot that day, man. Because
Yeah, the
that
sky's the limit episode. It was just all
Sky's,
jelly.
that's
It was
it.
all jelly
Sky's the
episode,
limit.
yeah.
That's the name of the episode. That's what made me quick to say that a minute ago. But
Thank you,
that that talks a lot about what we're talking on right now. Like, but from the outside looking in,
Yeah.
without you being in the room.
Right,
You
right.
follow what I'm saying? Yeah. But when I see you interact with fans. And over the years, it's like it's never really changed. Like if somebody's got something important to tell, hey man, my cousin Joe blow down fucking
Yeah.
lives in Mississippi. Now he lives up in Jelly will be like leaned over and half-ass engaged in that conversation, just maybe more engaged than what it may seem. You know what I'm saying? But
I remember them all.
It's
I
the,
talked to
it's
them.
the time.
I know what we talked about. I'm
It's
like
the time, though.
He's
And we're not talking about meet and greets and shit. We're talking about
He's
as he's
tuned
walking
in.
through the fucking crowd. Like, you've
At
always
at the
been
meet
that
and greets,
guy.
I was with you.
Approachable.
You
How's
were
that?
seeing people that I would hear him say, "You remember me? Oh yeah, I remember you from the such and such show. You was doing this, but you was going through this." I watched him do that, bro, to people
for
that
sure.
these weren't just people he knew. I mean, they were just people that was coming to his meet and greets. But that's he.
No, I'm very dialed in. I love
For
people,
sure.
man. I
For
do
sure.
this for people. I
Well,
love
you said
people.
earlier, like when we first started this episode, you said your memory, that you have a great memory.
Yeah.
And you do. Like, I know you do, because you pretty much stick to everything you commit to, which I could only imagine being a fucking shit
I'm
show.
living a life that I never even dreamed, and I'm a big dreamer, to be possible.
Yeah.
So I remember everything because it's like walking through a little mini documentary for me.
Yeah.
It's like you're just walking through a moment. I said it last night. Right before I went on stage, I looked at Casey. And it's the first time I've ever said this out loud. And I was like,
Shout out to
this
the
is
kids.
the shit they make movies about.
Yeah. Yeah, dog.
I was like, literally, like,
Yeah.
this is like, I never looked at it like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I was like, this is like the shit that, like, fucking feature films are made about.
It's because you're the one living it, bro. That's why
Yeah.
you're not looking at it like that, because it's what your reality is. So it's
Yeah.
hard to see it from that side, but that's definitely a true statement, though.
Yeah, because I definitely didn't have anything going for me.
So-
as far as,
So what's next?
oh, dude, sky's the limit, baby. Episode
There it
10.
is. There it is.
No, it's I don't know, man. You know what it is for me? I'm going to put out music, enjoy putting out music until I don't enjoy putting out music.
That's it.
I have two rules right now, Squints.
Aim high.
I'm going to make this music until I don't enjoy it anymore. And then I'm going to take a break.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to make this music until I start to take it too serious. And then I'm going to quit. The day I start taking this shit extremely serious, and I don't mean like the music side, like I take making the right music for people and music I think can help. Every song I do has a why. Why is this song on this project? How can it help somebody? What is the purpose of this record? It's all purpose driven. If the purpose ends up being like, I think people would think it's cool, I don't put it out, because that sounds like somebody that was doing something for money.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I mean, take it serious. Like when they're like, last night we didn't have our set list together until like 10 minutes before we went on.
Yeah.
And midway through the set, we have a microphone side stage with a button, and you click the button and speak into the microphone, and everybody with a headset can hear it. Just our people, right? Not the crowd.
Yeah.
Right.
In the mid set, I'm like, yo, we're not going to do this song. We're going to do this song instead. Right? Like, I don't take it that fucking serious. Like, I'm just here singing songs and having fun. Like, I don't want to take this shit serious. I have a schedule now and I have a calendar and life is busy, but the day it's too busy because I'm taking some of the other shit too serious to come see the homies and do the podcast, I'm fucking out.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm in this for, dog. I'm not here to like, this shit is like, life is extremely fucking serious.
Yeah.
My music has a very serious tone to it. I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take the business side of the music business serious.
Yeah.
Luckily.
I'm not thinking about what the fuck I'm going to wear at the Opry. I was joking with my wife about it. She said, what are you going to wear at the Opry? I don't know. Probably fucking a denim. So whatever's hanging in the closet that looks the coolest. that day.
Whatever's in the closet.
I'm not going to buy an outfit for it.
It's
You know what I'm
some
saying?
Dope
Like,
ass shoes. I bet you got, dude.
No, he's got them.
I'm going to buy an outfit. You ready for this? I'm going to
For
buy
that
an
show?
outfit. No. I'm going to buy an outfit when we do Jelly Roll and the Nashville Symphony at the Skermerhorn.
Fuck yeah. Damn.
Right?
I'll have
I'm
tickets
gonna wear
to that
a tuxedo.
one.
I'm gonna come out in a fucking tuxedo with some
Why
Jordans.
not? Dude?
Right?
Yes. Dude,
Because
they got to be the black and gowns.
Yeah,
dude.
it's the fucking symphony, right? You know what I mean? But it's like, until then,
The
I'm not
cap and
taking
gown
this shit
joints,
that
the
fucking-
all blacks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Jordan 11s. You can need them.
Fucking going in. God. Shout out Sneaker City.
Man, for real.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
He's coming through for y'all,
super
for
dope
sure.
plug, man. I'm glad I was able to build that bridge. Dude's
Yeah.
a nice guy, man.
Yeah, he pulled up on with a big satchel.
For real.
Yeah, dude.
Filled up the back of my
Dude,
truck recently.
Man, I remember this motherfucker didn't have no fucking shoes, and now,
How many pair?
yeah, let's hear that.
Let's go into that. How many pair of shoes do you think you
Yeah,
have?
let me hear it.
Maybe 3.
Maybe
100. You're at 300 now?
Maybe. No, I
Wow,
don't know.
dog.
I got a lot of shoes.
That's crazy.
It's a problem. You know what I broke out and blew the dust off of last night, and I felt good.
I'm ready.
the boots.
Oh
Man, I broke out the boot because dude, I had like a 3-year period. I wouldn't wear nothing but boots and
I
blue
remember.
jeans to
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
And I don't know, man. They felt really good during the show. I wore my sneakers all day, and then right before the show, man, it just something about it felt good. And you know what? I wore my old Danners. I've had in the closet. I ain't worn a year and a half, so they were good and broken in. Because my new fear about boots is having to break them in. Boots are the most comfortable shoes on earth.
I agree. If they're
Once you
broken in
break 'em
right, yeah, they can't.
Yeah, if you don't break them in,
stiff. It's like a new ball glove.
Worst shoe on earth. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm curious about your kick game, bro. I really am.
I'm curious to tell you something. In case y'all are wondering why I've been fidgeting so much the last 15 minutes.
Do what you got to do.
I don't got to piss.
Do what you
I
got to
broke
do.
your chair. Oh, you a chair. I tried to roll this thing. It is 100% broken. We'll make sure to vlog this on Chad Arms TV for behind the scenes.
No,
I mean,
man. I wish
if
you
I
wouldn't.
don't
I
owe
wish you
anybody
wouldn't.
a chair,
I wish you wouldn't even said
I owe
nothing.
you a chair.
I wish you wouldn't have said nothing.
Why? So you could have found out it was broken?
No,
I
you
didn't
would
know
have
this
told me
broken.
later. Yeah,
No.
you were playing it well.
Yeah, no, right? I thought I was just kind of moving around. I was like,
I
they might
never,
notice that
I
look
never sensed. Yeah, I thought you had to piss or something. I'd never sensed you
broke
being
the chair.
uncomfortable.
And I've done this before. I don't know how you're not doing it because you're a big fella too. Yeah. Is when y'all got the rolling things and you got like carpet here.
Yeah.
Sometimes the rolling thing will get stuck where it sits for too long. So when you try to roll it,
Well, Sally, you're a big guy.
I'm literally sitting like this right now.
Well, stand up.
Listen,
by
you
all
want to
means.
talk about a workout? My fucking
stand
quad
up.
muscles
Take a
right
break.
now,
That's why you're doing
bro.
that.
I might have an ass like bunnies when I stand up.
Look.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty much doing a squat right now.
Look,
For those of y'all that don't
stand
know,
up.
I've been
Take a
doing a
second.
sitting squat.
Stand
Hell
up.
no, I'm afraid the chair's gonna fall over.
It's cool.
Can't believe I'm even talking about it.
I'm
be
about to
honest.
stop it so you can stand up. We'll come back on and say bye.
fuck that. No, we're gonna stand here and we're gonna handle
Tough it
this.
out? Fuck
yeah,
it.
it is what it is.
Look, man. We'll get you out of here, bro.
It's all right. We're going to get the chair out of here with me, man. You want me to trash it? I have
we'll,
one sent
we'll
to you
figure,
tomorrow.
We'll figure that
Can
out,
you put
bro.
it together? Do you have that skill set? Or do I got to send you one that's already put together?
Don bought that and brought it to us. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Poor Don. God.
Yeah, Don donates.
I can't wait to see the fracture of which it's actually broken.
It's probably just the wheel, dude. We'll knock all of them off and just leave it flat on the ground. Everything's fine, man. Everybody worried about
It
that
feels
shit.
pretty broke.
As long as you don't fall over, we're fine, dude.
Dude, I mean, yeah, it's just a matter. It would have probably broken the next time I sat in it. So I mean, it's all.
Yeah, mainly it's Leroy Biggs and Chad Arms in that chair.
there's
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
So
this thing was already teetered.
It was nice and
Right.
broke in already.
It was on its way.
We worked it up for you.
Yeah, it was on its way.
What's crazy though is
happens.
that chair opposed to this one, that they are different brands, but at the same time they're like real similar. But that one's like a large, and this one's
That's a big
medium.
boy friendly one. That is not. That is a fuck
But
you
they're
fat
like
boy
the same.
chair.
They're like the same chair. It's just
I'm going to
mine.
send you
That
some
one's
big boy
much
chairs.
bigger.
Like the shit I get, Chad needs one anyways.
Yeah, this is an old.
Hey, man,
I don't know what it is.
whatever.
That one's actually kind of cool. It looks like an old office chair.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is, man.
Yeah.
This is all from the ground up, my friend.
I love
It's,
it, dude. You got a cool ass setup in here, though.
Yeah, but you should go
I'm
back
a
to
big fan of the whole thing.
go back to episode 1. Click play and then
Oh,
look
it
on
looks
look on
completely
this one,
different.
and it's a night and day,
That's
man.
the way it is, though, man. We're just putting in work and
Yeah.
doing as much as we
Invest,
can.
man.
Yeah,
That's
what we're doing, too.
that's mainly what all you see, man. I mean, that's what it is. We enjoy it. It's been fun.
For sure.
Ding, they're not on. But I appreciate out of all your rock star fucking shit you got going on, dude. that you still. I mean, like I said, dude, you never really. I tell everybody all the time. They're like, man, when's the last time you talked to Jelly Roll? Man, that's your boy, right? Like, yeah, that's my boy, man. I don't know. Fuck, I'd have to look. It's like I'd get a text back from Jelly 1 out of 10 times.
No.
Listen, pause. Just bear with me.
Okay.
That's why you're on the road and shit.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's like but when I text you, it's not like, hey, bro, what you doing? Like, I text this motherfucker shit I see. I text him like motivational shit.
Yeah, that's what I do,
text
too.
him just like, bro, I see you, I love you, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like little chunks. But I just can't I don't let the shit get to me because I know that you'll always respond, bro. Like you always come through, you always pull up, you always take care of me and Chad. You know what I mean? Like
For sure.
and the fact that you are doing the things you're doing nowadays, dog, and still are the same guy that I know, then I can't do nothing but applaud you, sir. And
I love you. I'm looking at my phone now.
Hey, look, you want to try to prove a fucking point?
No. What I'm proud of is this, because first of all, it's the first time I ever seen my phone look this way because I just cleaned it out.
I couldn't
But
imagine.
I cleaned my phone out Monday of this week. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I've got 54 missed text messages.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That
Dude,
thing, it was at
we know.
You know why I finally cleaned it out? I had 1,170 something missed text
Bro,
messages.
I already know.
I
If
was
you're
like, oh
not,
my God. I
if
said,
you're
you know
not
what it
on the
is? I
gram,
fucked up and had this same number for the longest.
if you're not on the gram, Jelly, and you're not scrolling and it don't pop up like the notification, that's the only way you're going to get a
Ringer's
response from
always
it.
off.
I've sat next to him on the bus
already know.
during downtime, and I've watched the notifications.
Watch
on
him
his
at the
phone
top. He'll go
while
whoop
he's
at the
sitting there-
top.
while he's sitting there letting it charge, bro. And it's like when you first turn your phone on and it's been off. It's just like, and I'm like, I get it, dude. I totally get it.
My ringer is never on. I don't even know what it'd be like to have a phone with a ringer on. I like turn my ringer on if like I know my wife or kids are fixing to come somewhere that
Right.
I think they won't be able to get to me.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like normally it's like call Maui or something. It's just like it's
Shout
my
out-
mistake
shout out
because
Maui.
I am overly friendly with my phone number. That's my fault. I'm the drunk dude at the bar that's like, anybody want my phone number? Call me tomorrow. Text me. Here, just everybody get your phone out together. It's 615. I should give D-Ray's number right now. 424. No, I won't do that to D. That is the first part, though. If y'all get
I'll
the rest of it right, harass him.
Yeah, I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. Shout out. Just
We got to get D Rizzle on here
Post it.
too. Shout out D Ray, man.
David Ray ain't gonna drive over here. He's gonna
No,
make me.
I haven't looked in a while, but do you still got the 568 joint?
Yes, sir.
You've had that number forever. I know that one
Forever.
by heart. By the
I
way,
ain't-
I know your number by heart.
I ain't hard to get a hold of.
Yep. No, I had Chatty's number by heart forever, but then he changed it.
He changes them a lot.
Not
Yeah.
they're just
I'm still not used to Chatty having two phones, so I frequently text Chatty's first phone, and then 2 days later I'll get a text from his second phone.
Right.
Listen, Chad has got as many phones as I do shoes.
I don't get that. I don't get the multiple phone. If you're not a drug dealer, I don't understand the multiple phones. But Chad's got a business, man. I mean, I understand.
I do everything on the phone, so
Hey, man,
makes sense.
if it's a write-off, it makes sense.
yeah, it's getting written off for sure. Heck yeah, man. Y'all ready to eat?
I am ready to
Is
eat.
it food time?
Yeah, you hungry?
Yeah.
What we got?
Something that she's whipped up. I'm sure it's
she's
amazing. Shout out,
I don't think
Mel.
you'll be able to eat it. Pork
I'll-
chops and chicken. And
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I love food.
Dude, shout out,
I
Jelly.
love you, man.
Shout
Thank you
out,
so
Love
much.
you,
Jelly.
man.
Hey,
Dude,
man.
thank y'all for having me, doggies.
Dude, you can
Come
pull
back
up
through
here
next week, bro. When Lex,
Bye, bye.
Lex able to come through.
Yeah,
Bubba, I'll come next week for sure. I'm off for 2 weeks, so
It don't matter.
Yeah.
You ain't got to commit your time here, Bubba.
No, I'm here.
Whenever you want to pull up, all we got to do is come out here and flick a few switches, bro, and we sit down and the same shit happens.
No, I'm like dead ass in.
Yeah.
I'm free. I get 2 weeks off on the road next week, and I'm excited to have some. I'm just be writing, so I'll be free.
Well, dude, we were
I'm in the
excited to
studio
have you,
tonight, so
man.
I'm back writing tonight.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
Always working.
If it works out, what I'll be doing is this. The only way it won't work out is if I can't get it drilled down before next week, and I've already been working on it. Drilled down on my end because the invitation's there and the track's there is to be on Five Fingers' new album, Five Finger Death Punch's new album. Yeah, it's just been rough timing for me. It's like the biggest blessing ever. I'm such a fan of theirs. Zoltan, fucking Chris, Ivan. I think they're unbelievably talented. But I have, I've just been like, I don't sound my best right now.
Right.
Because I'm like in the middle of like a 25 show run in like the course of a month and a week.
Yeah, bro.
So it's like every time I go to the studio to lay it, I'm just like, I don't want to be on a song with Ivan Moody unless I sound the best I can sound.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm heading to go try to lay that now.
Yeah, dude. We appreciate you, bro.
Fucking rock
forward to
star,
seeing you on the
dude.
Next episode, dog.
Yeah.
Gang shit, y'all.
Yeah, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Your boy Chad Arms TV, Jelly Roll 615 in the building, and your boy Squint 615. I got some shit to say to podcast, man. Fuck with us.
I got some shit to say too.
Tell them.
Tout 'em.
Bitch, we got views.